All right, this is my Springfield Armory Hellcat Pro Comp. All right, as you can see, I have the shield sight on here. However, this is a single dot sight. I don't know if you see it or not, but it's a single dot sight. And I don't like the single dot sight too much. And I do not have the Holosun because I do not want a plate there. So I just happened to see online they have a sight that actually has a circular and a dot, or you can have just a dot, but you know, I want the circle and the dot. And it's also, you can flush mount it. It's the same RMS type RMSc, I believe, or yeah, what is it called? Yeah, SNSC RMSc type of footprint, same type. So I'm gonna check it out right now. All right. Oh, this packaging kicking my butt. All right, here we go. It's called a Cat X Pro. All right. I saw a couple of previews on the internets. I saw it on, I think it was YouTube. Yeah, YouTube I saw it on. All right, so this is the sight. It says it has the same footprint as here. And the battery compartment is actually on the side, which is a plus, because that's one of the things I like about Holosun. The battery compartment is on the side. So once you get to zero, it's over. And the next thing, if everything works fine, it has, you can adjust the MOAs right on the side. The main difference is the other sights, like the Holosun, you can't put this without a plate. I'm gonna show you the Holosun real quick. This is the Holosun. This should be the 507K. And you can see here, you see these two nubs is almost a small, two little small nubs back here and no nubs in the back, or no caves in the back you can put the nubs into. Now you look at this one, this is the difference. You see two small nubs here and you see two small nubs there. And when I take this side off, you're going to see that it's going to have four little nubs, four here. And the problem is with the Holosun, for whatever reason, they didn't put anything back here. So therefore, you really can't put your sight there. That's the problem with the Holosun. Can't put your sight on here without a plate, and I do not like plates. All right, let's see how it is. Now, matter of fact, let's compare them. See how fat it is. My concern was the thickness of this. That's what's my concern. And it is a smidget, if that much, a smidget. All right, so let's see what happened. And also, it looks like it cut different, because on the Holosun, it gives you an illusion, because you see how, you probably can't really see it, but it caves in. It's like concaved right here. So therefore, it gives you the illusion that it's smaller, but if you look close, it's really thicker. Just that, you know, I guess it gives the illusion smaller. All right, let's see. Let's see what else comes in this. All right, it comes with a gang of screws. I'm going to have to play the screw game and see which screw actually works. I'm pretty sure one of these screws work. I'm just going to have to figure it out. I'm going to have to use these screws, because it looks like the way this sight is, it is tapered. So I have to make sure the screw has a head. All right, let's see first. Let's take this off. All right, just the red locker really did a good job, because it was a pain in the butt to take off. Woo! All right, so there you go. Put this on the side for right now. See if I can save those screws. Put the sight on the side. I'm gonna put that back in the box eventually. All right, so now if you look here, you can see the nubs right there. See if I'm try to see if we get it from an angle right here. You see the nubs? And you can see that because of those nubs, this does not sit flush. So I'm gonna put this as the Holosun. You put it on there, the Holosun do not sit flush, so you need to have a plate to stick it up a little higher. And I like the co-witness, just in case, I like to have it. So this is the problem. I heard people actually taking a little file and filing these off, but no. To me, they put that on there so it can sit properly, and it helps keep the zero. So I don't want to take any chances that they don't have anything to keep the zero on it. So I just, buy a site that's made for it, and they're going to make the sites. And as more and more people ask for sites, which makes more sense to have the little notches or holes in it, it makes more sense. They should have it like that. All right, so let's put it on, see how it looks. All right, this is how it would look. All right, this is how it would look. Okay. I can co-witness. I can co-witness right here by just using my thumb about 1/3 of the top. So it's like one of those things. Once you get the co-witness in there, and then you just learn how to work with the site. But yeah, I can witness the top. I can see the top of the. I can actually see the dot itself. The dot. So I mean not the dot. The front sight. I can see exactly where it's at. All right. I'm gonna give it a shot. Now figuring out which screws will work. Here we go. All right, I got it down to 2. I got it down. You got the M4.7 or M4 times 07. That's the actual thread, but have 2 links. It has a 8.6 millimeter and a 10.1. Of course, 10.1 is a smidget longer, and the 8.6, of course, is smaller. And I actually went online to see which one it is, because it doesn't say which gun it is. It says it's supposed to be M4.7. All right, and it says 5 millimeter. So that is all perfect. The problem comes in the length. Online it said the red dot should not go further than 2.4 millimeters from the bottom. So that basically means when it gets down here, when it's out the bottom, it's only supposed to be 2.4 millimeters. And I can see why, because on this side, you see, I don't know if you can see inside there, it's like a little tiny spring in there. And I guess they don't want you to interfere with that spring. So it only can go so far. So now this is where the fun part begins and ends. Decisions. All right, let me get this started. And real quick, you can see on the screw I took out, you can see the front of it. If you can look at it, it's like a little bitty shiny. That means that probably was hitting the spring. So when the firearm was going into battery, it's probably was just rubbing against it and it shined up the tip real good. And you can see on this one, not too bad, but definitely on this guy, you can see that it got real nice and shiny. So that tells me that the screw should be a little bit shorter on this one. So I'm going to go for the 8.6. See how that works out. Only one way to find out. And put it on. All right. I'm just going to snug it right now and see how it looks. All right. I just snugged it in there. I didn't put any thread locker in it yet. All right. So this is how it looks when it's on it. This is how it looks. I'm not a fan that it's fat out here. Like, it's nice and slim, but it just comes out for some mysterious reason. Maybe it wants a larger window. Same thing over here. It's fine back here, then it comes out. It's the only thing I really don't like about it. But besides that, let me see how the zero is. Yeah, I can see the dot. I mean, the front sight dot. I can't see the whole sight, but I can see the front sight dot. So I can see that. All right, so this is how it would look, and it's flushed on it. Since the cut here is a box, it don't have that illusion that is shorter. It's like a box going straight across. So it do look a little fatter. But you can see the top. Like I said, you can see the top of the dot. Well, you can see the dot itself. You can't see the whole post of the front sight, but you can see the front dot. You can actually see that. All right, so I'm going to give it a shot and put some thread lock on there and, torque it down a little bit, see how it is. All right, let me do it right now. Had to pull out the calipers just to make sure it is about 2 millimeters, like 2.4 millimeters. It looks like. All right, so let's give it a shot now. And in the box is actually still more screws. There's a bunch of screws in this box. Guess you can get a little bit of everything. So let me put all this stuff up. Maybe I need it in the future. Maybe not. Don't know. Okay. Put all this up. I saved the boxes. All right, here we go. All right, it's on there. I'm going to torque it down now. Try 10. What size is this? 10. Let's see if the 10 fits. Yep, 10 fits perfectly. I remember one time I didn't know. I was using a 9 and I kept on stripping it. I said, why I keep on stripping the heads? It was a 9. It was sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. All right, I'm going to torque this down to a 18. All right, let's see how this works. All right. All right, there you go. This torque wrench is about 15 years old. Wow, great. All right, let me cut the dot on it. See which button I press. Oh, wow, that was, ooh, that's not, ooh, nice. All right, so I got the circle and the dot. Hopefully you see it. I don't know if you can, but the circle and the dot. So it's actually nice and bright. All right, so that's actually pretty good. All right. And based on that, it looks like it's right on the money because it lines up right with my front sight. All right, only one way to find out is take it to the range. But it's on there. I like the fact that the batteries on the side. I really like that. So once I do get it nice and zero, don't have to worry about it anymore. So I really like that. All right, that's pretty much it. Now it's just time to take it to the range. I won't be carrying this until I go to the range because probably go to the range tomorrow maybe. Not going today, but see how this works out. But it looks nice at least. It might actually look bright. Jesus. All right, there you go. Cut it down a little bit. All right, there you go. Oh yeah, it's perfect. It's right above. Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, so only one thing to do is take it to the range, and you see that there's no gaps. It's nice and flush. One of the some of the reviews that I saw on it on like Reddit and stuff, that people were saying that it wasn't flush. I just think they didn't line it up correctly, but it's nice and flush. Like I said, there's no plate. I do not like plates on my slide unless I'm running like my Glock 19 has suppressor height sights, so therefore, you know, I was using the Triggertron at the time. Whew. So I had to use a plate on it, but this one is more flush. This is made for carrying. But like I said, I'll probably go to the range tomorrow. Won't be carrying this. I'm not planning on going anywhere in the next, 12 hours. So no big deal. But that's it. All right. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. And I'll check you on the next one. Peace!